Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Hannah. For today's video, we're going to be doing a first impressions update slash review. Pretty much this video is just going to be an update on my thoughts on some of the products that I've featured in a first impressions or Sephora haul. I've just been trying these out over the past month, really getting my thoughts on them and using them off camera. So yeah, make sure to subscribe down below. Give this video a thumbs up if you do enjoy it. And if you want to see my updated thoughts on these products, then just keep on watching. Okay, so first we're going to start off with skincare. I only have a couple skincare products. So the first thing is the Origins Original Skin Matte Moisturizer with WillowHerb. So I actually have featured this in a few videos since my first impression. And honestly, I do really like it. As you can see, I've honestly used quite a bit of product. I actually really like this. I use it as a daytime moisturizer more than a primer. I know a lot of people in Sephora like to use this as a primer. And I will say I like to use this more when I know I'm going to be wearing makeup. But I like to use it during the day because I feel like it's not super heavy and it sinks right into the skin. And since it is a matte moisturizer, it's not going to give you that dewy, oily, glowy look. Which I don't mind to look glowy and dewy and hydrated at night because I'm going to bed and honestly I want my skin to soak up all that moisture. But during the day, especially if I'm going to be wearing makeup, I like to be a little bit more matte because I'm naturally oily, so I get oily throughout the day no matter what. But I do actually like this. I feel like it does help to kind of keep the oils at bay. I wouldn't say it keeps me oily all day and it's like the most amazing thing in the entire world. I have been really liking this product. This is the Belif True Cream Aqua Bomb, and I am just about out of this. I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but I am scraping to get product out. So I like to use this at night, just because this is a little bit more hydrating. You could definitely use this during the day. If I wasn't going to wear makeup, I would use this during the day just because I wouldn't care as much if I did get oily or anything like that. But this is a super hydrating moisturizer. I honestly think this feels so good at night. I love putting this on at night because it just makes my skin feel so hydrated and just ready to go to bed. But yeah, I'm obsessed with this moisturizer. I definitely want to pick up another one. One was out, so that should show you how much I love it. But yeah, I just use this on my neck, on my chest, and on my face because you gotta hydrate it, okay? Hydration is key. Even if you have oily skin, hydration is key. So yeah, this is a really good moisturizer if you're looking for a new one and you have oily skin. Definitely try out this one. They have there's a different one that's for dry skin, and I know a lot of people love that one too. But yeah, really love this moisturizer, and I think it lives up to its hype. Here, so this is the Laneige Lip Sleeping Mask. I used up the mini one, and then I gave a mini one away. But so I've been using the bigger one. This is what it looks like. I've used about that much. I use it honestly not just at night. I use it all throughout the day. Whenever my lips feel like they need a little extra hydration, I'll just pop this on. I think it feels really nice on the skin. It smells really good. I really like the scent. Honestly, this isn't much different than the Sweet Candy one. I think the Sweet Candy one is just a little bit stronger. If you like really sweet scents, then go with the Sweet Candy one. If you like a little bit toned down of sweet scents, I would go with this one. But yeah, I really do like it. I would repurchase this. I wouldn't say it's better than my Aqua 4. I think it's a little bit... The Aqua 4 can be a little oily at sometimes. But I honestly like the Aqua 4 just as much as I like this one. So really it's just like whatever I'm feeling that day, depending on which one I use. I do feel like this hydrates the lips. And yeah, I honestly really like it. I don't have any complaints about it. But like I said, I like my Aqua 4 just as much as I like this one. But still, really good product. Now the rest is all makeup. So we're going to start with primers. So the first one I have is the Tarte Timeless Smoothing Primer, which I'm still so obsessed with the packaging. It's just so pretty. But this is what it looks like. It's kind of like a moussey silicone product. I don't think this says anything about controlling oils. It's mostly just for blurring out the skin, filling in the pores, making you look flawless. I really do like this primer. I think it's a good primer. Do I feel like it keeps me oily? I mean, it keeps me from getting oily all day long? No. But do I think that it kind of does help me not to get oily so fast? Yeah, I don't know. I do like it, and honestly, you definitely need a little bit of this. If you use too much, I kind of feel like it gets a little too thick, and it can start to peel and like ball up like most silicone primers will. So definitely just use the tiniest little bit of this. But yeah, I do like this primer. I think it does what it claims. I think it does fill in the pores and makes your makeup go on more flawless. But yeah, I do like this primer. Next is like my favorite primer of at the moment. So this is the Smashbox Oil and Shine Control Primer. This claims to control oil and shine for up to 12 hours. Helps makeup go on smoother, oil-free, lightweight, and non-greasy. I agree with all of those. I feel like my makeup has never looked more flawless with this primer. Like, I just feel like this primer makes my makeup go on so flawless. It makes me look absolutely poreless. Like, the Tarte one makes me look poreless, but this one makes me look like extra poreless, like baby doll skin with this primer. I've heard people rave about this primer. It's honestly a newer one, I'm pretty sure. I think this is newer, but I really like this. I do think that it does everything it claims. It's more like a I don't know, it's not very silicone-y like the Tarte one. The Tarte one is literally just like silicone, but and I do like it, but I like this one more than the Tarte one. This one's almost more like a gel formula in a way. But yeah, I really love this concealer. This primer, I think it helps me to stay matte for a long time. Honestly, don't wear my makeup more than like 8-9 hours. If I wear it longer than that, I would definitely be wearing this primer. It is cold where I live, so I'll have to try this out in the summer and see if it can hold up to all the oils during the hotter weather. But yeah, right now I'm obsessed with this primer, and I just think that it looks so flawless and it keeps you matte all day long. So yeah, I can't say enough good things about this primer. Okay, next is the Too Faced Peach Perfect Comfort Matte Foundation in the shade Cloud. So I have this foundation on today. By the way, I used the Tarte Timeless Smoothing Primer today. But yeah, I like this foundation. I don't know, for some reason I don't reach for it, and I don't know why that is. I think it's because it is a nice foundation. It does what it claims. It's a matte foundation. I would say it's like medium coverage, buildable. I don't know if it's photo friendly. I don't take a lot of flash photography, but I mean, I don't know why there would be an issue. But yeah, I like this foundation. I don't have anything really bad to say about it. I just don't reach for it. I don't think it's a legendary foundation. I'm gonna like tell you to run out and get this foundation right now, but I like it. I think it does keep me matte. I think that if you're wanting to try it, try it. It's a good foundation. You'll definitely get your use and you'll like it. I don't know, for some reason, maybe it's where it's winter here, so I'm already a little bit more matte than I normally would be. I'm not reaching for it for that reason. I'm reaching for more hydrating foundations because I know I won't have as big of a problem with getting oily. But during the summer, I'll probably be reaching for this more, and then I'll really see if it keeps me matte and oil free. But yeah, I do like it. Yeah, I think it's a good foundation. Honestly, I have nothing bad to say about it. It's a good foundation. It's not my top fave, but it's a good foundation. Okay, next we have the Smashbox Dew Skin 15-Hour Wear Hydrating Foundation. This one, on the other hand, oh wait, mine is in the shade 0.3, which is fair neutral. But this foundation I have been reaching for. I don't know why, but I don't know. I love it. I think that it's a medium coverage. I think it's a medium to buildable, but it just looks like skin. I don't know how, but for me, it just looks like skin. I just think it looks really pretty on the skin. Like, it just goes on it so flawlessly. It lasts really well on me, and it looks really nice. So yeah, I have no complaints about this. And since it's a hydrating foundation, you're not gonna look too matte and too dry and kind of just cakey with this foundation. But we'll have to see in the summer, because I'm gonna have to do an update in the summer with all my foundations that I love in the winter. Because I love this foundation now, but I remember when I used to love it when I had it like a few years ago, and then I just recently repurchased it. but I loved it then too. But then once it got warmer and hotter outside and I got a little bit more oily, I remember it would just get so oily on me, like oily. And I don't know, I'm gonna have to try it in the winter again. In the summer, and just see if I like it as much. Then I do my makeup a little bit differently than I used to do it. So I'll have to see in the summer if I still love this foundation as much as I do in the winter, or if it's more just a winter foundation. But right now I'm obsessed with this foundation and I can't stop using it. Next is the Cover FX Power Play Concealer in the shade In Fair 1. So, in my first impressions, I didn't love this concealer. I didn't get why it was so hyped up and so many people liked it, and I didn't see the full coverage. So, I'm actually wearing the concealer today. I do like this concealer. I've changed my mind. I've used it off camera and I think on camera some. I do like it. You definitely have to do the technique of letting your concealer dry and letting it get a little tacky. So with this concealer, I'll put it on, sit there for a little bit, kind of fan it, let it get a little tacky, and then I'll blend it out, because that's the only way I can get full coverage with this unless I load this concealer on. And I don't like to put like tons and tons of concealer on. But yeah, you definitely want to let it dry, even though I do that with a lot of my concealer, letting them dry first. This one you definitely want to if you're trying to get that full coverage look. I don't know. I like the concealer. I just don't think it's as great as everyone says. I have concealers I like more than this. And I don't know. I do like this concealer. I think it stays matte on me. It looks good on the skin for a very long time. I think it can be full coverage. But yeah, I do like this concealer. I don't think it's as great as everyone leads it on to be. And I've seen even people comparing this to the Tarte Shape Tape. I've never tried the Tarte Shape Tape. But I mean, I've always heard the Tarte Shape Tape is like super full coverage. To me, not full coverage, but okay. So, I mean, to each their own. But this isn't my all-time favorite concealer. I like it better than I did in my first impressions. But not my all-time favorite. Kind of with the Too Faced Peach Perfect Foundation. I like the foundation and I like this concealer. I have nothing bad to say about it. I just don't think it's as great as everyone's hyping it up to be. Oh. So next I'm going to mention the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Instant Retouch Setting Powder. And this is in the shade Lavender. So I got this one more for brightening than I did for actually setting. And what I actually have just found that I really like to do that I got from Harush. She is a celebrity makeup artist and now she has her own YouTube channel, but she was talking about how she'll mix setting powder. So I started mixing the Laura Mercier with this one instead of going in with the Laura Mercier and then letting the Laura Mercier bake and then going over with this as like a finishing touch. Today I actually went over this with like a finishing touch. I didn't mix them, but I really like to like dip my sponge with the Laura Mercier, dip my sponge in the Fenty Beauty, and then bake underneath my eyes. I don't use this all over my face because I think it could just be a bit much. I don't like use this underneath my contour, but I'll use it like in the T-zone, so like a little on my chin, underneath my eyes, and my nose and my forehead. Again, I don't use this to set my entire face just because of the color. But yeah, I actually really like this powder. I think it looks really nice on the skin. It's very, very, very finely milled. Honestly, I think it's a little bit more finely milled than the Laura Mercier. It's just very smooth. I honestly really like the smell. It's got a perfumey smell, so if you don't like perfumey smells, you probably won't like this powder. It's not too strong, but you can definitely smell it when you're putting it on, but then it'll go away. But to me, it just smells like money. It just smells rich. Like, it just smells like a rich lady. Like, maybe Rihanna smells like this. I don't know. But this smells really good. Honestly, I don't know. It just smells rich. I'm just saying. I didn't make this scent. I'm just saying. But with this color, this is going to take me a long time, honestly, to go through this powder because I use so little. Because you only need like a tiny, tiny little bit of this powder. So if you have this powder, you're going to have it for a very long time unless you only use this powder in this color. If I had like a normal, like a normal shade, like the translucent shade from Fenty, then I would go through it a lot faster. But since it's a lavender shade, you only need a tiny little bit of this. I think you definitely could get carried away with this powder, especially if you're deeper in complexion than me. Since I am fair, it'll take a little bit longer for me to get carried away with this because I look like Casper 24/7 all the time. But you can definitely get carried away with this powder, so have a light hand with it. Try mixing it with your regular translucent powder and bake that way, or push the powder into your skin that way, or use it as like a finishing powder. The only complaint I have with this powder is the packaging. The packaging alone is actually really cute and very on trend for Fenty, but I don't know if I have like a broken one or if this is how all of them end. But with this powder, this lid, you can pretty much, you'll put it on and it'll click, and that's how you know it's shut. Well, even when it is completely shut, or so the lid says, as you can see, like just closing it, the powder is going everywhere, and it will tip out the side, so it just makes a mess putting it away. It just makes a mess. Like if you were to travel with this powder, I could honestly see it going everywhere and making a huge mess. So I don't know if I just got a defective lid or what, but it makes a huge mess. Like in my drawer, there's just powder all around it because when I'm putting it in, it'll just tip out the sides. So I have to be super careful with that. But I was trying to find my little stopper because truthfully, I thought this was a sifter. I don't know why. Like I did. I thought this was like a sifter, but it's actually a stopper. So you put this over your powder. Do you see that huge mess it just made? And it's supposed to stop the powder from coming out. For me, this is doing absolutely nothing. I don't know. The powder is still making a huge mess, and it's just going everywhere. So, like, do you see what I'm saying? Love the powder, hate the packaging. I'm gonna go ahead and do eyebrows just because I want to. So this is the Fenty Beauty Brow MVP in medium brown. So I do really like this eyebrow pencil. I don't know what it is about this brow pencil. I know I said it's not as good as, it's just as good as my NYX one. No. I don't know what it is about this, but like every time I use it, I have like the best eyebrow days. I didn't use it today. I'm actually out of it, which was so surprising to me. Shut the front door. You're kidding. Oh my lands. Okay, so here all this time for like, I don't know, a couple weeks, I've been thinking I was out of this brow pencil. No, girl. I even kept rolling up the pencil. I was like, why is there nothing out of here? Like, nothing's coming out. And that makes no sense. I was actually doing my makeup one day. I was going somewhere to like a Christmas party or something. And I was doing my eyebrows, and the pencil like just broke off. And I was like, oh, okay. So I was rolling up, trying to get more product out, and nothing was coming out. And so like I was shaking it. I was like, why is nothing coming out? And I was twisting it, trying to get stuff to come out, and nothing was. So I was like, well, I guess I'm out of it. And I was honestly gonna come on here and complain about how there's not very much product in here, which I still feel like there's not that much product. Like I feel like I roll it up to about like right there, if you can see, like about right there, if not even shorter than that, honestly. It's not like I'm using a ton of product filling in my eyebrows, so I was surprised that like I went through it so fast. I was like, because I was just wondering how I've already went through an eyebrow pencil. Like I feel like they would take a little bit long to go through it. So I even have another one in my Sephora cart because I want to get it again because I really like how my eyebrows look when I use it. I just didn't think there was any product left, and now I'm really surprised that there's product. Yeah, I really do love this eyebrow pencil. I just think that it makes my eyebrows look so natural. Like I've said many times, I have naturally thicker eyebrows anyways, and I feel like my eyebrows can get crazy super fast, but I feel like with this, I always had a good eyebrow day, and it just always made my eyebrows look really naturally full. And I'm obsessed with the brush. At first I was like, there's nothing really special about the brush. It's just the same as using a spoolie. But I feel like, especially with thicker eyebrows, this really brushes the product through your eyebrows and just makes them look really naturally full and filled in. So yeah, I really actually like the brush, and actually, even when I thought I was out of this product, I kept the thing because I was just using the brush to spoolie through my eyebrows instead of using an actual spoolie. And now I'm really excited that I have more of it. Who knew? But the eyebrow pencil I did use today and I've been using is the Benefit Precisely My Brow Pencil in the shade 4. So I just have a little sample of it. Yeah, I really like this brow product. Only really bad thing I have to say about it is I feel like it's so hard to find a color. Mostly because it's not like medium brown, dark brown, blonde. It's like 4, 3.5, 3.75, 4.5, and I'm just, that confuses me. Like, I would rather it be medium brown, blonde, and so on and so forth, especially since I'm newer to eyebrows. So I was like, would I be medium brown, would it be dark brown? I don't know. So this one I had the hardest time finding a color in, and honestly I think shade 4 actually matches me pretty good. But yeah, I really do like this eyebrow pencil, and I would most definitely repurchase both of those brow products. So yeah, I really like these. Okay, so next I'm gonna just talk about this bronzer real fast. This is the Hoola Lite bronzer. This isn't new by any means, but I really actually like this, and I'm obsessed with the way it smells. Like, it just smells like clean. It just smells like a fresh load of laundry, or just got out of the shower, your hair's freshly shampooed. That's what your hair smells like. This is what you want your hair to smell like. It's like kind of coconutty, kind of shampoo-y, but I really love the smell. I'm obsessed with this bronzer. Honestly, it's kind of a lot. The shade is kind of a lot like the Fenty Beauty In The Sun bronzer. I think this one has a little bit more of a warmer undertone than the Fenty Beauty, but they're both that buildable formula. And yeah, I think this color is really nice for me. I can contour or bronze with it. Yeah, I've really been loving this, and I've honestly been reaching for it a lot. Next, we have 2 blushes. These are the Laura Mercier Blush Color Infusions. So I have Chai and oh my goodness. That hurts so bad. Okay, so I have Chai and Rosé. So Chai is just like a pinky peachy nude, and Rosé is like a pinky rosy color. Chai is definitely the one that most people would go for, but I actually reach for Rosé more. As you know, if you watch my channel, then you know I like pinkier blushes. I just think they look really nice on my skin tone, and honestly, I think pinky blushes look nice on from lightest to the darkest of skin tones. I think you just gotta find the pink that works for you and the undertone that works for you, but it's just such a natural flush of color. But yeah, so yeah, I actually really do like these blushes. I think they're more of a buildable formula. I don't know if they claim to be buildable or what. I really love the packaging. It's just like a sleek Laura Mercier, standard for Laura Mercier, sleek packaging, and it's just a magnetic lid. But yeah, I really do like these blushes. I like that they have a little mirror, so perfect for traveling. If you travel, I don't. But yeah, I really do like these shades. Like I said, I do reach for Rosé a little bit more just because it's more my color. I think Rosé is a little bit more pigmented than ginger. No, what's this called? Chai? I think that Rosé is a little bit more pigmented than Chai. But yeah, I honestly really like these. I actually want to try more I want to try more blushes from this line because I do really like these. But I want to try more pigmented, like bright colors. So yeah, and just in case anyone's like wondering, they actually carry Laura Mercier at Ulta now, not just at Sephora. So if you like Ulta better than Sephora, you can get those blushes at Ulta. Okay, so the next thing is actually I didn't get in a haul. I got this as a Christmas present from my boyfriend. And yeah, so this is the Jaclyn Heal the Flash palette. So this is a pretty new product. I mean, I feel like it's still pretty new, so I just wanted to quickly give you my thoughts on it in case you were wondering if you want to get it or not. So I have the lighter one. I'm trying not to blind you, but it's kind of hard not to, but I have the lighter one. So yeah, I love these 3 shades to highlight with. what are they called? My palette is super dirty. The only thing I will say about this palette is I feel like the highlight shades do have quite a bit of kickback, but that doesn't bother me. If it bothers you, just keep that in mind. But yeah, I like to use these three shades to highlight with, and then I'll use this pinkier goldy shade to add as like a blush topper. But yeah, I've been loving this palette. I have been using it non-stop. I really like this highlighter palette. I think it's so pretty. Like, the highlights are just so... I'm not wearing them today, but this is like a very lit from within glow. You can like build it up to be a really high shine highlighter, but I like that you could either go lighter or you can go like super beaming highlight. I feel like the formula is really great on these, and they just look like skin. They just sink right into the skin, and they just look like second skin. I love these highlights. Yeah, I think that's all the products I had to go over. Hopefully I didn't miss anything. If I missed anything, I'll mention it in a first impressions update that I do next. So yeah. Real fast, I just wanted to let you know what I have on my eyes and on my lips. So on the eyes, I have the Too Faced Gingerbread Extra Spicy palette. Super pretty palette. I've been loving this palette. I got this as a Christmas gift. So yeah, super pretty, super cute. Great formula. I really do like that palette. And then on my lips, I feel so fall today, but on my lips I have the NYX Downtown Beauty lip liner. This is just like a brownie lip liner. And then I have Fenty Beauty Shawty lipstick. Super pretty. Honestly, this is a great formula. It's a really creamy matte. It doesn't feel drying on the lips. It just looks really nice and pretty. So yeah, been loving that shade lately. I've been into like this deeper lip. I don't know what's happening. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And yeah, I'll see you in my next one. Bye.